What's the most shocking thing you found in your parents' safe when they thought you'd never open it? I'm Max. I'm 15, and I've spent my whole life wondering why my parents treat me like a house guest they're too polite to ask to leave. They do all the technical parent stuff. Food appears in the fridge. I get driven places. Report cards get signed. But there's no warmth, no pride when I win science fairs, no concern when I'm sick. Just this cold efficiency, like they're following a manual. When I was 10, I went to my friend's house and watched his mom cry with joy because he made the soccer team. My mom didn't even look up from her laptop when I won the state robotics championship. Last Monday, I found out why. They'd gone to their monthly date night. Really just an excuse to leave me alone. I was looking for my birth certificate for a school trip form when I found their safe behind fake books. The combination was my birthday. Ironic. Inside were the usual documents. Then I found a folder labeled M contract. It was a surrogacy agreement from 16 years ago. My parents had paid a woman named Claire $75,000 to carry me. Standard stuff until I got to the addendums. Addendum 7. In the event of divorce before the child's 18th birthday, the party initiating separation forfeits all marital assets. Addendum 9. Should anything happen to the child before age 18, both parties inherit equal shares of the Whitmore Trust, $8 million. My hands went numb. The Whitmore Trust was my mom's father's money, left specifically for his first grandchild, me. But if I died before 18, it went to my parents instead. I kept reading, found email printouts between them from last year. Mom, 2 more years. We can make it 2 more years. Dad, unless there's an accident. Teenage boys are so reckless. Mom, don't even joke about that. We agreed to wait. I threw up in the office trash can. More emails. They'd been researching boarding schools in Switzerland, places where skiing accidents happen, where mountain climbing is mandatory, where safety standards are more relaxed. They were planning to send me somewhere I might conveniently die. I photocopied everything with shaking hands, put it all back exactly as I found it, spent the next week pretending everything was normal while they discussed my amazing opportunity at Alpine Academy. You'll love Switzerland, Mom said over dinner. So many adventure activities. Rock climbing without those annoying safety regulations, Dad added. Really builds character. I smiled and agreed, started packing enthusiastically, let them think I was excited. The night before my flight, I walked into the living room with printed documents. I'm not going to Switzerland. They looked up from their wine. Max, don't be difficult. I dropped the surrogacy contract on the table. I know about the trust. I know about the accident clause. Mom's wine glass shattered on the floor. I also know about Claire. Dad stood up. You don't understand. I understand you've been planning my death for profit. I pulled out my phone. I've already sent everything to Grandpa Whitmore's lawyer. Mom lunged for my phone. You little... The doorbell rang. That'll be Claire, I said. My biological mother. The one you've been hiding from. The one who's been trying to find me for 15 years. I opened the door. A woman who looked exactly like me stood there with a lawyer and 2 police officers. Hello, Max, she said, tears streaming. I've been fighting to get you back since the day they stole you. Stole? I turned to my parents. The lawyer stepped forward. The surrogacy was illegal. They forged Claire's signature on the adoption papers. She never agreed to give you up permanently. But that wasn't even the biggest revelation. What Claire said next changed everything. Max, you have a twin sister. They only took you because the trust specified a male heir. Full story on the channel below.